Hello everyone, this is Tamil Arasi from Department of Computer Science, MGR College, Hosur. I am going to discuss about multithreading in Java. A picture can speak 1,000 words. The best example for multithreading is this picture. We have planned to study look like a scheduler, but actually we are studying like a processor, and our outcome should be look like in the dispatcher. We have planned for a month to study like this book, then that book, like that. But at the end, we are studying more than one book, are referring more than one book, look like the processor, and finally we are conclude few things from few books, look like the dispatcher. Before moving to the multi-thread, let us see what is thread. In MS Word, when we are typing some content, if we done any mistake, automatically it should be autocorrected by the spell checker. Here typing is one of the sub-process and spell checking is another sub-process. These sub-processes are known as threads. What is thread? Thread is a lightweight, smallest part of the process, that is sub-process of the process. It can run concurrently and independently, because it doesn't affect the execution of other threads, and threads are share the common memory. Let's see the video. Forget everything and watch the video. Wow, what a nice performance. What is thread? Let's compare threads with the previous dance program. Threads are lightweight. Yes, the kits are lightweights, and they are smallest part of that dance program, and they are dance concurrently and also independently. Their dance doesn't affect other kits, and they share the common stage look like thread. Here the thread is share the common memory. Hope all are clear about the threads. Let's move with multithreading. What is multithreading? The process of executing multiple threads simultaneously is known as multithreading. See an example for multithread. In our computer system, we are download something through our browser and hearing the music via VLC media player and checking the mail, and also sometimes our antivirus scan our system behind it. So here our system processor should support or to allocate the space for to browse something in the browser, to play the music and check the mail, and also check the background process. All should be done parallelly. This is known as multithread. Let's discuss about life cycle of threads. Thread in any one of the 5 states. The 5 states are new, runnable, running, blocked, and dead. The newborn thread in the new state, it's moved to the runnable state using the start method, or at the initial state itself it's moved to the dead state using the stop method. Runnable is a queue. If the thread find or collect all the resources, then it's moved to the running state. The thread move from runnable state to running state using the run method, and if any requirements automatically or the time is passed, automatically it's moved to the runnable state. Sometimes the thread can be moved to the dead state using the stop state, and few methods can stop the execution of our thread. That is, it stop are blocking the execution. The blocked state threads are um, alive, still alive, but not in the runnable state. The threads are moved to the blocked state using the sleep, suspend and wait method. And each method have its equivalent revocable methods to move from blocked state to runnable state. Resume, notify and notify all are those methods. The thread is waited for a long time in the blocked state and the resource cannot be allocated. Automatically it's moved to the dead state. How to create the thread? Thread can be created in two ways. One is using the thread class, another one way is using runnable interface. Whenever we are creating the thread using the thread class, that time we are using the extends keyword. Whenever we are creating the thread using the runnable interface, that time we are using the implements keyword. Let's see how to create the thread class. The thread class have 5 constructors. Using any one constructor, we can create the thread class. And the thread class have a number of methods to perform operation on the thread. Thread class extends the superclass object and by default it implements runnable interface. Let's see the sample program. Our program contains 3 threads. Main class is one of the thread and thread demo is another thread and thread sample is another thread. These 2 thread classes, the left hand side, the 2 thread classes are created using the class thread. So we are using the extend keywords to inherit all the features of thread class in thread demo and thread sample. Within the run method, we have one iteration variable. Just iterate that variable from 1 to 20 and display the values. From main method, just we are creating the object for our thread classes and to invoke the run method using the start method. We are creating the object and invoke the run method using the start method. The newborn thread execution start from the start method. So whenever we are call the start method, automatically it's invoke the run method inside the thread class implementation. Let's see the output of our previous program. We are initialize the object for our thread demo class and followed by we are creating the object for our thread sample class. So our thread demo class iteration variable I value is initialized as 1 and also displayed. Then followed by the thread sample class iteration variable j and initialized and also shown. Then within a fraction of second, the second thread has the priority and also automatically it's executed. Then move back to the first thread. Likewise, it switch over and also display the result. And also we never expect each and every time it should produce the result like this. Based on the system, it may be varied. And also each and every program has at least one thread. Probably the main is the thread. Main program is one of the thread. Hope you understand little bit about multi-threading and what is thread. Now it's time to test yourself. Just copy the URL and test yourself. It's a small quiz and it contains only 5 multiple choice questions. Test yourself how you are listen or how much knowledge you gather from the video. In the next video, we will see how to create the thread using runnable interface and important thread methods, that is functions, and also thread synchronization. Thank you.